of controversy early on. The first goal, a lot of confusion. Is it a goal? Nobody knows what's going on. Cobbers. Right behind me there's a big tower that has absolutely nothing to do with anything. I am standing on top of a mountain, but that's not where I want to be right now, because I want to get to a higher mountain that way, just past this thing. So I'm heading 50 kilometers through the Phander Valley on the road to Chitral. This is it. This here is the beautiful Shandur Valley. The Shandur Valley will lead you to something that I had never even heard about until I got to this part of the world, but I'm very glad that I'm here just by pure coincidence at the right time for the Shandur Polo match in the Shandur Polo grounds up in the mountains at 3,700 meters. Shandur Polo grounds, and the match, which happens once a year, is the highest polo game in the world. So I'm heading off there to the polo game. This is pretty exciting because this is one of the biggest things in Pakistan's event calendar, and I'm just here. So yeah, so happy days. So we're going to hit the road. We'll see you at the polo ground. Is that how it goes? Just like that. Well, here we are. We've arrived, nearly. We're walking through. There's the endless camp setups that sort of spill up into the hillside. A lot of people stay here for the whole 3 days of the Polo Festival. which we planned on being here for, well, 2 days of it, but that didn't happen. Our car broke down, and we got stuck in the middle of nowhere for a day and a night until help could arrive. So that was a bit of a, you know, I'm not often in this part of the world, and yeah, so that was a bit of a shame. But anyway, we're here on the last day, so at least we're here. It's a long, dusty, dirty ride from from Phander. Really, it was 50 k's, but that took 3 hours. Anyway, we'll find our way in. And just it's kind of like a music festival, I guess. Like, yeah, slightly reminiscent of Australia with the dust. Well, so far the way in is not clearly defined. Doesn't seem to be a main entrance or anything like that. People are just kind of jumping over barbed wire, and you get to leap across little creeks and things like that. Military everywhere. They got a metal detector to go through here, but it seems a bit hit or miss who actually goes through it. So today's the big final day with the big match between Gilgit and Chitral. So this is the big one to be here for on the very last day. So there's going to be a bit of ceremony. There's people coming down on parasailing off the mountain. There go some parachuters before it all kicks off, and then the beer flows. I wish. So they play the true form of polo here, the original form, which essentially doesn't have referees or rules. One rule is the team's got to get a ball on one end or the other, and however you go about it is, yeah. The British kind of like refined it, I guess, and made referees and made it a little bit more civilized. So I've noticed something, and you guys might notice something. It's all men, but over here on this hill, this is where all the women sit, all here. So it's a bit odd. Well, for me anyway, but anyway, yeah. So all around here is where the men sit, so they get primo spot. Gilgit. Well, controversy early on. The first goal. A lot of confusion. Is it a goal? Nobody knows what's going on. So, the grounds down there. I've just been watching the final game. Got the lovely lake in the background, and up here is kind of market area where you get your food. Well, they're also just, well, it looks like just a sort of a market where they're selling clothes and and everything. So yeah, this is Tent City up here. You can get your food in these little marquees, but you've got to find your way up through a maze of tents and things like that before you get to it. And we're at 3,700 meters, so luckily it's a little bit cooler up here. The game is still going. We thought we'd leave to try to get a jump on things before all these people try to like cruise out and leave. There's only worked out there's only so much polo one can watch or standing in the sun at 3,700 meters. So it's still going, it's cheering, and all the rest of it, but yeah. Well, the game just finished, so we got out pretty good time. Probably, we left the stadium, well, the stadium, if you want to call it the stadium area, about 15-20 minutes before it finished, and now everyone's split and people are running to their cars because it's going to be a bit of chaos when all this traffic hits the road. So, but although we had a great plan of leaving early, the plan required the essential element of the driver to do as he was told and stay with the vehicle.